Welcome to the Big Movement Podcast. If you're ready to create results and make huge strides in your business, finances, personal development, and health, then you're in the right place. Pushing past excuses and powering through procrastination can be a challenge alone. Here, you'll get the support, tools, and knowledge you need to get to the level you desire in your business and life. Let's get started with your host, Byron Ingram.
And welcome to another episode of the Big Movement Podcast. Today, we're going to talk about something simple and something extremely important that matters in each and every one of our lives. And it's simple. You are the solution. Because it's true. No matter how many times we look elsewhere, at the end of the day, the person in the entire world who knows exactly what we need to do looks back at us in the mirror each and every day. Think about it for a moment. Have you ever found yourself searching for answers to the problems you're having, where you're sitting around wondering, oh my gosh, how do I do this? And you find yourself looking all over the place. Or you've found yourself searching, well, there has to be someone that knows the answer to this, or they can tell me exactly what I need to do. They can hold my hand through this whole process. But the reality is, the answer is always within you of what you need to do, because no one can be able to tell you what you need to do specifically. They can only give you suggestions. They can give you guidelines saying, here's the things that will help you along the way. But when it comes to making those choices, it's only you. Someone can put all the answers to the problems in the world in front of you. But if nothing takes place, you don't do the actions, then it's just information. So this is why the solution always lies within. Because throughout life, we've been conditioned to look elsewhere for someone to solve the problems for us. When you were sick as a child growing up, that's what you did. You went to the doctor. If your faucet was leaking, you're like, oh no, there's a minor flood in the kitchen, you typically called a plumber and they fixed that problem. And we've done this in so many areas of our lives. We are conditioned that we want to look for somebody to come in and swoop in, with a big shining cape on and say, hey, I'm here to save you. And you're like, yes, thank you. You've saved me from this, whatever is going on in your world. But here's the thing. No matter what's taking place, only you are going to be able to solve that. Sure, some external things, that's where like having that plumber come in is going to make a difference. And, if you go to the doctor because you're sick, because, they've been through the training to help you figure out what's needed. But it's your decision to pick up the phone and call the plumber. It's your decision to take yourself to the doctor when you're feeling sick or under the weather, because you realize that that is the solution to the problem you're having. But what tends to happen is, people will sit around and think, well, the solution is going to come to me. I'm just going to wait for it. Or they're going to tell me everything I need to know, and then you don't do it. Think of what happens if you go to the doctor and say, you need to take these pills for the next 10 days for whatever to clear up, and then you don't do it. Guess what happens after 10 days? You're probably still sick. And that's what I'm talking about here. You are the solution. People can put something in front of you, but if you don't take action upon it, it doesn't really matter. So think about it here. If you're not earning the income that you feel you're worth, no one else is going to solve the problem. It's up to you. When you wake up in the morning to take action, that's going to be how it's decided. It's up to you. If you don't have the body you deserve, when you look in the mirror, you think, oh no, instead of, oh yes, it's up to you. No one is forcing you to make poor food choices. They're not saying, oh, you need to eat these Twinkies, you need to eat these Ho-Hos. Oh, I have a pie for you. Oh, you need to eat this bucket of chicken or whatever. No one's forcing you to do that. It's all a choice up to you. Just as driving past the gym instead of getting a membership to work out or going to the exercise classes, no one's telling you not to do it. It's up to you. It's the self-talk that's in your mind that says you need to make better choices. No one can tell you that, oh, you need to listen to that little voice in your head, because someone can tell you to need to do that, but until you decide it yourself, it doesn't matter. Because each and every one of us has the power to decide what we want most out of life. But it comes down to something simple. We have to take action upon it. There's so many people in the world that say, man, I wish I would have done that earlier. Or, dang it, why didn't I do this? Or, oh man, I missed out on it. Do you know people like that? They're looking back in the rearview mirror with a lot of oh, I should have, where they should have all over themselves, it happens more than you think. When we have that instinct that says, you know what, here's a solution, you need to go for it. Because here's the reality. The people who are most successful, you typically hear about the successes in your life, but you don't hear about the failures because we always want to focus in on the positive. We're gravitating towards it. But the people who tend to have the most successes also tend to have some of the most failures because they're willing to step up to the plate and swing. It doesn't matter if something doesn't work or not because they're constantly looking for that solution. Like, did it work? No. I'm going to try again. And they keep doing it and doing it over and over until they find success. Because you have to remember, we are the solution to every single problem that we might be experiencing. But here's the thing. The journey to achieving it is not always going to be simple. There's going to be some things in life, it's going to be like it's a bright sunny day, it's clear as a flat road, and you can just drive 100 miles an hour and you're there in no time. It's easy street. But that's like hunting for a unicorn. Most of the time, what's really going to happen is it's going to be bumpy and it's going to be stormy. You're going to have curves and potholes, all sorts of things along this journey from where you are to where you want to be at. Because not everything is going to be easy. Most things are going to require work. It's going to challenge you. It's going to push you. But here's the thing. What is the best results in life often are at the end of the road that requires hard work. And you are the solution to that. So if the things that you're wanting, it might seem like that's so far away, because it is. But I want you to leave with a parting thought here. It doesn't matter how far away that goal is. If it takes you 2 years of hard work to get there, this is something to think about. 2 years from now, that date is still going to come. The only difference between then and now is the actions you take. You have a choice. You can take consistent steps each and every day to work towards that goal. So when those 2 years arrive, you have landed at your destination, or you don't do anything and you're still at the starting line and you're wondering, man, that seems so far away. And then you look back and think, man, I wish I would have done that 2 years ago. Don't let that happen to you. Because you are the solution to everything that's going in your life, and just trust your instincts. Believe in yourself, because that is where it begins. The more you believe in yourself and the ability for you to solve the things that are placed in front of you, those challenges, the quicker you are going to get there, the quicker you're going to attract the people and the resources you need, because you are the solution. So go out there, start taking action on the things that you want in life so you can begin having them today.
Thanks for listening to the Big Movement Podcast today. And be sure to subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Now that you've surely been inspired to take your entrepreneurial career and business to the next level, you can stop by the website and get more. And if you're ready to boost your business brand, be sure to grab your free report, 7 Easy Steps to Build Your Brand Today.